And welcome back to the Playing with Power podcast, the issue-by-issue retrospective on Nintendo Power Magazine. You're tuning in for part 2 from October of 1995. We're picking it up at page 51 on volume 77. The cover game was Super Mario World 2, Yoshis Island. I am your host, Ben. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mike.
How's it going, eh?
And John.
Better down here in America, B.
Well, since you killed the internet, we're going to have internet and you won't, so fuck you, America.
Yeah.
And with us...
How do you like them poutines?
And with us is returning guest, Ivan.
Hey, thanks for letting me stick around.
Welcome back.
So, Ivan, will you be able to be a part of this podcast? Will you guys be able to be a part of this podcast once the internet dies?
Yeah, it depends on how much money I got. I'll see if I can afford the new ultra-level internet. Otherwise, I might be fucked.
The ultra-basic level of
That's
internet.
right.
Ivan, you're in New York, right?
Yeah.
So you can just... It'll be easy for you to migrate to Canada.
Absolutely. Just a quick swim across Lake Ontario. And that...
John, you're going to say something?
Well, I don't think it's going to change that. Like, I think certain things will change a lot, but I don't know about how much, like, our end of things will be affected that heavily by this. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not that concerned about it.
Anytime you got the companies that are clamoring for it to happen, saying it's impeding progress and profit, I get nervous.
It's just a way to hit our pocketbooks more, basically. All right, we're picking it up at the Epic Center. So we have, right off the bat, they're talking about Sid Meier's Civilization.
That's what we're looking at in this insert?
Oh, God.
I assumed.
It looks like Sim City to me.
We've hit...
Yeah,
John, you play Civilization. Is this like a shitty version of Civilization?
Oh, I'm sorry. The first two screenshots on the page 51 are from SimCity 2000.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And they talk about it. This is the Japanese version, so it's not really worth us talking about right now.
Well, where's Godzilla then?
That's a...
Gojira!
That's a really nice cock chin that silhouette is rocking on page 52.
Yes, let's talk about that. John, tell us about Civilization.
Well, I've never played this version.
Tell us about the chin and the cock, John.
Yeah. Well, so the premise of Civilization is you start a game like somewhere on a randomly generated map where you have like a group of settlers and you try to get them from like the Bronze or Stone Age or whatever all the way through to like achieving a victory through world domination or a space race. Like if you can develop like an...
So does it start with you just out fucking the Neanderthals?
No, it's much more like Command and Conquer. Like you're at a certain level. Like you're not
interested.
You're not like controlling individual units. You just like, I want to settle a city here and develop like these defenses and these military units, and it's all just resource allocation. And I've never played Civilization. I got in. I think the first one I played a little bit of was Civ 3, and I played a shit ton of Civ. I had like over 1,000 hours in Civ 4, and probably like 500 hours in Civ 5. It's absolutely great game. Like,
are they making a 6?
Yeah, 6 is out. I didn't buy it, but yeah, like it's one of those games you start up on like a Friday night at like 6 o'clock, and all of a sudden it's like noon the next day. Like, it's just an absolute crazy.
I'm gonna play for an hour and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah,
tick tick tick. Is that the sun?
It never happens because it's a very like has a lot of hook to it in the sense of like, oh well, I'm like, I know that Gandhi is over there developing his, and like he might attack me like for this reason because of
if you get attacked by Gandhi, you're really fucking up this game. So
I don't remember which version it is, but so
the UHF
one of the
version
parts of the game one of the parts...
He's learned a new form of passive resistance. He calls it passive aggression.
So, they programmed Gandhi a certain way. And it's actually like a tabulation error, which is kind of fun. So, I don't know if it extends to Civ. Again, I'm talking about like Civ 3 and Civ 4. But I think one of the things you develop as part of the game is you develop nuclear weapons, and you can use them to, build nuclear power plants, or you could use them to make atomic bombs. Like, it's, sort of up to what you want to utilize them for. But one of this, like, the AI stats as far as what your enemy opponents will do, one of the levels that is set for this game is propensity to use nukes. Well, they set Gandhi at, like, I think it was at 5 or like 2 or something, like out of 100. It was like just incredibly low because he's Gandhi. He's not going to nuke anyone. Well, the problem was that there was a building or unit or something. All right.
No, keep going. Ivan told me to do it. No, tell me about Gandhi. Just
well, all right. Long story short, there's a unit you build later in the game that like lowers everyone's propensity to use nukes on you, and it effectively lowered Gandhi from like 2 or 5 or whatever it was to like negative 97, and it registered.
And there's no negative in the.
So like it like effectively wrapped him back around into like super nuky like. So all of a sudden at this point you build this building and Gandhi's like fuck you.
so you turn him into King John Gandhi.
Right. So like that's one of, and man. They kind of left it for a while. I think whatever version it was before patching was like really prominent in games, so it kind of like stuck there, and so there's sort of this like all of a sudden.
Hey, you know what turns out we need in programming? Integers.
Yeah. Well, and it became kind of funny, and it's obviously been fixed for later versions and stuff, but like. There's other like a lot of the enemies have very distinctive personalities, like Montezuma, the
I love Gandhi. Fuck you and do not come again.
Yeah, but if you run into Monty early in the game, like you need to start preparing for war like right away because he is
Montezuma.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you run not Montgomery, the tank commander for the British in World War II. No.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Good catch.
So, yeah, like Elizabeth. Sometimes I think this one's Lincoln, but there's other games where it's been like George Washington or Teddy Roosevelt. Like,
yeah, we got a picture here. Is Lincoln getting married?
No, he just has like advisors, but he has Franklin. And,
so I have to ask about this. No,
he's Benjamin Franklin, a Thomas Edison behind him.
God damn you, Mike! You ruined my joke. Fucking asshole.
Can you feel
Go ahead.
What did he say? I didn't hear him, Ben. So all right. What's going on?
I said I want to know. So it says one discovery leads to another, and I'm assuming it's talking about past, like presidents and theologians. So we've got I think that's Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Ben Franklin, and then we have Colonel Sanders to the right of him.
I think it's supposed to be Mark Twain.
I'm not sure that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
shit, it's not Einstein. I fucked up.
That's what I'm trying to get at about the way the game works. So not only are you trying to build units and stuff, there's also like technology trees, where it's like, oh, if I discover writing and math, then I can like discover like ballistics or I mean like it's just like all this different like trees and stuff like that, and so like it all feeds on itself and it becomes just this giant time suck. I don't like RPG games very much, but I can definitely get myself into these games. My old roommate Mike would set it on like the hardest difficulty and like see if he could beat it, and would take like hours thinking about single turns. I don't have the patience for that, but if I set the difficulty at like medium to like medium low and just have some fun with it, these games have always been enjoyable to me. So I don't know about the ports to the Nintendo, but like if you want to play one of the newer PC versions, it's definitely if you find it on sale. I'll say that much.
Well brought up.
Too bad you weren't.
My mouth was closed. Okay, I did my part. I did my best.
All right.
All right, should we move on from Civilization?
Yeah.
Secret of Evermore.
Very fitting for a post-Trump world. Shall we move on from Civilization?
At least move on like Omarosa did.
I love the first reports that came out were about like people dragging her away, kicking and screaming.
Yeah, which I believe that version, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
basically, if you can get along with Donald Trump, you have to have like a highly temperamental, self-centered, immature mindset. Like, I can't imagine like a rational, calm, sensible, empathetic person being like, "Oh yeah, I can work with this guy."
So I thought we covered Secret of Evermore before.
No,
Is this just more levels?
it was a vague mention of it.
Evermore.
Oh, okay.
Wah, wah.
All right. Mike, tell us what's going on with Secret of Evermore then.
Okay, it begins with this scientist conducting an experiment, and something goes wrong. Years pass by, and this boy is leaving a theater, and he chases his dog into this old abandoned building, entering this device which mysteriously turns on after all these years. The boy is thrust into the past, and his dog is taken on a different form. So he ends up going through these different time periods, or portals, and his dog keeps changing, and he uses everything around his environment to manufacture weapons, items, potions, spells. It's like you're building up your own arsenal. It's a very good sense of empowerment. And it plays like Secret of Mana, but with a slightly better interface. And I absolutely love the hell out of this game. I wish that there was more sequels to it, but they never did.
I want to say I think I played through most of this game and I remember nothing about it. It just didn't have the charm of Secret of Mana.
It looks very like Final Fantasy and Secret of Mana had a baby to me. I don't know.
A little bit, yeah.
It looks like they won't cover it too much here because it says that Evermore won't be appearing in stores until November. So we'll be getting into it a bit more. But that's the premise. And the boy keeps dropping these movie references everywhere he goes. Like when he shows up in the jungle, he's just like, "Oh man, this is just like Commander Slammer and the Amazon Beach Babes." So like he just references these movies that don't exist, and he looks like Marty McFly.
A little bit,
So,
yeah.
I like it. I can't wait until this game talks more about it because I haven't played it in a long time. But I'm definitely playing this when it gets reviewed.
Okay, we've got more play-by-play accounts of Chrono Trigger, which we'll skip. And then we've got classified information. Orsworm Gym, you can have a stage select. ActRaiser 2 says fight again. I'm not sure what that's about. Pitfall, you can have unlimited continues. Don't know why you want that, but there you go. Mortal Kombat, it says special effects. It says here are two cool tricks for fans of the now classic Mortal Kombat. In the two-player tournament mode, damage one fighter until he's hit one hit away from defeat, let the timer run down to 1 second, then throw the weakened fighter. If you do this correctly, both fighters will be able to move off the edge of the screen in the next round. Okay. This is weird. Alright, it just seems like a glitch in the game.
Yeah.
Era Fighters says new pilot's powerful planes, so you can fly as one of two rabbit-looking type things. Raibo?
Rabio and Lepus.
Lepus. And it says you'll have very small airplanes with very big guns.
Did you ever see the horror movie Night of the Lepus with DeForest Kelly in it?
Oh yeah, I
No.
totally watch that all the time. Watch every fucking weekend.
Well, I think once is enough.
Nope.
I mean, it's
not that classic.
Every fucking weekend.
fucking like rabbits.
Rise of the Robots says surprise your opponents, and you'll be able to choose the powerful supervisor robot.
This robot is watching porn.
This is weird screenshots here. Yeah, he totally is.
Unlimited help codes for Super Return of the Jedi.
Now you're the supervisor. Get ready to rumble.
Dream Teams and Crazy Balls on
Oh.
FIFA Soccer. Sorry,
By the way, I played Super Star Wars with the boy last weekend.
With the boy?
He was all over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
really?
Loved it. Yes, laughing his head off.
Nice.
How old is he now?
4.
Ish.
The eldest.
So has he seen? Have you shown him Star Wars yet, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Just A New Hope.
Yeah.
We skip certain scenes.
Yeah, I was
I've
gonna
shown
say.
my 5-year. I've shown my 5-year-old nephew the original trilogy.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
No, Empire would be too scary for him.
That one.
Yeah, we show the first one, and I'll skip past specific scenes like when they cut off the arm in the diner or the restaurant, whatever.
How will he know that
Cantina.
Han shot first? If he doesn't,
You're
leave that
depriving him. He needs to know Han
No,
shot first,
I
and
actually
that
skipped
Vader
past
is
the
his
whole
father.
thing. I skipped past the whole thing, and then I forget what else I skipped past. A couple of things like that.
Nah, my nephew just went through all 3, and then I saw Force Awakens, and
and then we watched.
He's
and then
down.
we watched Hostel and freaking Saw. It was great.
now,
And then I put on a snuff porno. It was yeah.
No. I'm going to start with Predator first, then I'm going to go from there. Then I'm going to show him Friday the 13th.
No.
Roy Moore, Predator, the Roy Moore movie. All right, all right.
Mr. Moore, riding through the night. Soon every teenager in the land will be in his mighty hand. He steals from the poor and gives to the rich. Stupid bitch. Mr. Moore,
right.
Mr. Moore.
Let's see. There's, like I said, there's some FIFA codes for Dream Teams and Crazy Balls, which I don't know what a Crazy Ball is, but whatever.
And you have to type in Barbie for the curveball option.
Let's see. There's a Tetris trick here. You can
Get
bypass,
ahead of yourself.
You can bypass some of the early screens if you. Anyway, let's see. There's also an alt.
You can skip the first 10 levels,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. Adventure Island code for all items available to you, and fun passwords for the Wario Blast. Sorry.
This looks like a shit. This Adventure Island one. It just looks like a shitty version of Mario 2 Yoshi's World.
Yep. All right. Vertical Force.
All right, I didn't get a chance to play anything. I was too busy, but
Yeah, me too.
I did watch a little video about this. And it's a top-down vertical scrolling space shooter.
Mm-hmm. What did they say about it?
The reviewer said it was pretty good. So how it makes use of the 3D in Virtual Boy is it has different depth. So you can go like 2 different layers essentially to go above something or behind something. And it adds a new sort of layer to the gameplay. Fits well, was responsive. Graphics looked pretty good. Music was pretty decent. So if you're into space shooters, it probably seems decent.
Did you play any Virtual Boys, Ivan, growing up?
No, I had no idea this thing even existed.
Oh, you are epilepsy-free since '93. All right.
About it, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a whole lot else to say about the game. It's pretty run-of-the-mill shooter.
And then looks
But
like
it
they
has the
made
3D
a
element going for it.
Bomberman game, Panic Bomber.
That's what it sounds like. So they have this similar music.
Well, no,
It's
it says
really
it's,
not.
it's what happened. Like Bomberman, like is on that artwork. Like it's.
Yeah, he's there. Oh, it's definitely themed to Barman, but it's just a puzzle
It's
game.
just Tetris.
It's a puzzle game that's sort of like Tetris meets Dr. Mario, and occasionally you get a bomb that you can drop down there and blow shit up.
What's this bonfire thing? That thing's terrifying.
What's that?
These like creatures cleared the screen or something like that.
Yeah, so you don't just play by yourself. You're always playing against a computer opponent.
Okay.
And some of the, when you clear so many rows or whatever, it does like these effects. So it has like something in front of your view, so it's harder to see.
Oh God.
Or some kind of effect in the background. It really doesn't make use of the 3D at all. It just has like a background behind the thing that's sort of
Right.
just on its own.
I don't know if this would be the best game to play in the Virtual Boy format. Like something that
No.
strains your eyes. Like having to like concentrate on a puzzle format. Like sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's not a good fit in my opinion.
So.
Yeah, and Bomberman is nowhere to really be seen here. You just hear the music.
All right.
So that's about it. Let's get into now playing. Ivan, tell us about Real Monsters.
No.
Yay!
All right.
Fine. The comic creatures from Nickelodeon star in a Super NES adventure. Excellent graphics and sound. Good game design with puzzles and action. Fun. Good for all skill levels, but not overly challenging. However, slightly loose play control.
All right.
Like your mother.
Yeah. Come at me like a wop. All right. Disney's Aladdin for the Game Boy. Aladdin faces Jafar one more time until the many direct-to-video sequels in the legendary deserts of Arabia as Disney's classic comes to life on the Game Boy. Good graphics and good use of Super Game Boy advanced features, and there's also a variety of action. However, there is slow play control.
This insert with the yellow guard, he looks like a distorted Pikachu.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see
I don't know how you're getting that.
Look at his eyes, and you see like the little Pikachu. He has like that blush in his cheeks.
How
Then he's got,
are
like,
you using the
mice
Hubble
ears.
telescope to look at the screenshot?
He's got like an electron microscope scanning this thing.
I have a monitor in front of me. It projects an image that allows me to see what the file is. It's
thought-
really nothing more than that.
I thought you were the oldest one. Isn't your eyesight worse than the rest of us?
I already have glasses, okay? I'm not in denial.
Oh, he's wearing like magnifying lenses
He's
for glasses.
He's got like those fucking jeweler's loops on.
It's a big picture. It's like nearly like a tenth of the screen.
Batman Forever, Super Nintendo. They say excellent graphics, animation, and sound. An interesting and challenging fighting system for a scrolling fighter. However, poor use of the controller and long access times.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this because we skipped over it so badly. As soon as I start the game, I go through one level, which is like 2 screens long, and as soon as I go through the door, I get a nice 5-second hold on.
I thought the whole
On my
point of
screen.
cartridges was that you didn't have load times.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's a bad sign for a
But
game for
this-
Super Nintendo games when there's
this
load times.
game is so fucked. It's got a 5-second load time for every level.
All right, Ivan, what's going on with the Game Boy version of Batman?
Oh, it's
Forever?
even better in the Game Boy version.
Oh yeah.
Fairly good graphics and animation, but very poor game design, confusing controls, unclear goals, little fighting challenge. No use of Super Game Boy enhanced features. Sounds like a really good game. Get the Super
They
NES
actually
version
wrote-
instead, or
Yeah. So
How about
just save your
Wow.
money entirely.
yeah.
Yep.
Go piss on a claim.
Good God.
All right.
It's
All
the
right.
disavowed estranged father of LJN. So
Yeah, they just made it to make the Super NES version look better.
Koei released Civ. That makes me like it a lot less. All right. What's going on, Mike?
you control the destiny of mankind in one of the best computer strategy games ever from Koei. And then we get an insert with a lot of blue and some fish and some weird squares, and I'm already not interested. But it says, excellent strategy, great replay value. Oh my god,
I
who
will
would play
vouch
this
for
again?
this series. I don't know about the first game's a bit harder to get into from what I understand, but like I said, the later versions, if you find 4 or 5 on sale for a couple bucks, pick it up. It's worth your time.
Excellent strategy, great replay value. However, the graphics aren't as sharp as the PC version, no shit, and the worlds are a bit smaller. The controls take some getting used to. Well, yeah, because you're condensing an entire keyboard of about 75 keys to a 6-button controller.
It says you can use the Super NES mouse, though.
That would
in its
help.
defense.
Oh, goody, because now you've got 10 buttons
All right.
replacing 75 buttons.
Hey, man, if you can't afford a PC back in the day, but you have one of these things,
Yeah,
maybe you want to use
that's
it.
true.
Yeah, okay.
And let's
So
see.
tell us about Foreman.
Acclaim has coming out with Foreman for Real. Honey, I Shrunk the Champ, the once and future champion of the heavyweight, slims down to Game Boy size. Wow, they're making a fat joke already. All right. He's going to grill his opponents on a little tabletop grill. I wonder what Mike Tyson has to say about this game. Anyway,
Yeah, he eats it
so,
up.
good yeah, he takes a bite out of it. All right, good graphics, although the graphics are slow. Very slow play control, no Super Game Boy enhanced features, and it doesn't feel like real boxing. How do they know? What Nintendo person knows what boxing feels like? Jesus
Well, maybe
Christ.
one of them used to work for Howard Phillips and made the mistake of beating him at a game.
Yeah, alright.
All right, Madden 96 DMG.
I don't know what DMG means,
says-
but alright.
Damaged Madden.
Damn good.
Game.
The EA Sports / THQ connection combines for another score with Madden 96. They say good play action, true to the Madden series, custom playbooks, 2-player action on Super Game Boy. Password. And then for a negative, it says tiny on-field characters. Well, duh.
This is a Game Boy game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. It's got good use of the Super Game Boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Mega Man 7. Capcom returns to its winning ways. No, it doesn't.
I like that.
So it says great
Sorry.
graphics and play control. Yeah, looks all right. Few surprises. Well, yeah, because it's basically every Mega Man game you've already played, but now you're looking a little closer at the screen involuntarily.
What? Wily again? He escaped?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, John, tell us sports stuff.
Malibu is bringing us NHL Hockey 95, which is weird because it's not EA for the Game Boy. NHL Hockey for the Game Boy is back on ice with a special review. So they're saying good graphics but slow animation frame rate and slow action play slow action and play control with no 2-player option. Well, that's how you sell me on a hockey game. Oh, all right.
If I wanted to play myself, I wouldn't be picking up with the Game Boy in the first place.
Yeah, just grab the joystick.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Panic Bomber. Oh my god, for the Virtual Boy. The first puzzler for Virtual Boy makes a blast. And we have basically Kirby between two Tetris blocks.
It's a sperm.
And it's
It really is.
it's Kirby's sperm.
That'd
It's
be really
Cumby.
funny if someone made like a puzzle game where it was like sperms in a fallopian tube.
You have to beat your opponents. You have to prove that you have to maximize your motility.
Maze game.
Your goal: be somebody. Fun,
Could've been
fast,
somebody.
I could have had a good time.
fun, fast puzzle action. Doesn't make good use of Virtual Boy's 3D capabilities. Ivan, are you a golf guy?
No, not really, but I could read this
I
one.
do enjoy that they apparently they ported the Summerlin golf course into this game in Las Vegas. It's an odd game, such an odd course to put. All right, anyway.
Anyhow, so hit the links without even linking up with THQ's Super Game Boy Duffer Duel. Got good play control, variety, strategic challenge, 2-player option, unlike hockey. Good use of Super Game Boy enhanced features, negatives, simple shot making.
I love this sentence in here. As a 2-player game, you can match your skills against the top pros like Tom Kite. Oh my God, I get to play Tom Kite. Sold.
Yep. He rings a bell. Not.
I actually know who Tom Kite, but yeah, it's still
Yeah, it's a dated reference, that's for sure.
It does have the Scottsdale course, which is probably about a 10-15 minute drive from Ben's house. So
There you go.
Nice.
Sweet. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fighting Edition for the Super NES. Zords fighting one-on-one. Stop the presses. Hide the dog. What would they think of next? Fun characters and some cool, easy-to-perform moves. A good 2-player game,
Wait.
especially for Power Rangers
Did
fans.
you say easy porn moves?
Easy-to-perform moves.
Oh, God, I thought we were at Mike's
So
house or
not
something.
not
Damn.
porn moves.
All right, never mind. My mistake.
oh, Mike's mom joke. Yes.
I like how they say, more fun than you might think.
That is true. Like, if you wanted to sell Power Rangers fans on a game, you would, like, if you want to have like Megazord and Tigerzord and all them like fighting each other, yeah, that's the kind of game I want to play. So at least they made the game that people wanted here.
Yeah, it belongs as a tournament fighter.
They said the one-player mode offers no challenge to experienced gamers.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Tell me about Primal Rage.
If you have the stomach, Primal Rage has the Happy Meal. Just make sure it isn't you. Oh my god. Everything here is awesome. They're big, they're ugly, they're gods, and they're back for a blood sacrifice after millions of years of loafing around in the deep freeze. So these aren't just dinosaurs, they're gods.
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay, so it says a great variety of special moves, but some are pretty gross. Why? Well, at least you're keeping that in the selling points. Graphics nowhere near arcade quality and uneven challenge.
Alright, let's see. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. The magic of Super Mario World returns in one of the biggest, most beautiful games ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Yoshi's Island. Shigeru Breadstick has the master created Super Mario and Zelda games.
Hold on, I want to see this connection.
I don't know.
I was wondering that.
I'm reading his name. I was like, screw it. Alright.
I thought you'd at least call him like Shigeru Facelift or something.
Shigeru Breadstick.
Yo, what up, my sugar?
Yeah, anyway. He's using this new technique called morphination. It's Mario World 2. Although the warping, colorful graphics first grab your attention, it's the gameplay that gives you the reason to ignore the rest of the world until you finish the game. You control Yoshi, the little dinosaur. Super Mario World, Baby Mario rides on your back, and if you lose him, you have to begin again.
Yeah.
Yoshi swallows just about anything you'll find, but he can also turn items into eggs and throw them at enemies. But the real magic comes from figuring out the complexities of each area and discovering all the cunningly concealed hidden areas, bonuses, and items. Yoshi's Island covers 50% more area than Super Mario World. You can cover some of that with Power's coverage this month. So super graphics and gameplay, excellent play control, tons of varieties, special bonuses, and a battery backed up memory. Yay! But they say the negative. Baby Mario's crying might be the most obnoxious sound in the known universe. Which is pretty true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Oh, man.
Oh, take us home, Ben.
All right, Vertical Force Virtual Boy. In your face in outer space.
Bam!
Good sci-fi, precise play control. Standard shooter. And that's it.
Standard shooter.
Yeah, verbose there.
Two-word
Is it
negatives. Yeah.
Is that really a negative?
Let's see. On the head-to-head reviews, the editors love Super Mario World 2. All 6 of them have backed Super Mario World 2, and the next runner-up is Civilization, which got 3.
And nobody likes Panic Bomber
No.
or NHL 95.
Panic Bombers sold pretty well in Saudi Arabia, though, so maybe they were... Too soon? Alright, too soon. Alright. Let's see.
This
All
is
right.
it.
Ben, tell us
Players
about
Poll
the
Contest.
what's going on?
Yes. Third prize, drumroll please. You could win one of 50 Nintendo Power t-shirts.
Oh my god. Stop the presses.
Second prize, 10 winners win your own mask.
Oh, that's creepy.
And the mask for your Super Nintendo from some production company. I can't read the logo.
Black Pearl.
Black Pearl Software.
There you go. So you get a creepy Halloween mask, which includes the eyeballs and teeth of Jim Carrey.
Well, Mike's mom could use it because the mouth's already open, though, so...
So it's not like the wood mask that you see in the film. It's the actual one that looks like Jim Carrey's face.
Smoking.
And then it says you've got to ask yourself, do I feel lucky? Well, do you? Then enter this player polls contest. It's smoking. Grand prize: be in the Mask 2. Go to the set of the Mask 2.
Oh,
Be an
Jesus.
extra in the sequel. Get the game. Take home the mask for your Super NES game from Black Pearl Entertainment.
Wasn't the Mask 2 the one they made with, like, Jamie Kennedy?
No, that was Son of the Mask, but it wasn't the Mask 2.
No.
This one was supposed to be made, and the guy who won it, he waited and waited, and they eventually just said, yeah, looks like Jim's not going to be in it. So you got two options. You can either wait for the deal to be renegotiated, or you can just take like $5,000 or something.
Oh.
So he opted for the $5,000.
Yes.
He made the good call.
Oh. Yeah, there's a whole article on Distorted about this.
Huh.
That's interesting. I'll look through this while you guys can move on. Let's see here.
Okay. They unlike usual, they're going back to more games here after the pack watch. So we have Aladdin for the Game Boy, which is more Aladdiner, which I'm pretty sure was my game. I didn't play it because this week's been hell. It's Aladdin on the Game Boy. Like, what else the fuck do you want me to say? Like, it's
Funny how it's on the Game Boy, and with the Super Game Boy Color, everything looks like it's made of sand.
Yeah. Same game, half the fun.
All right. So they sent him an update every couple of months, and then finally on November 4th, 1996, THQ sent him a letter saying, "I'm sorry, you know what's going to happen. Here's a official crew jacket from the Mask 2 that was supplied by New Line Cinema. I've included some of our new Super Nintendo games for your collection. Thanks for your patience." And they also gave him the $5,000,
Wow.
okay.
Nice.
Well, at least they made good on it.
which was the estimated amount of the reward. So they made good on it.
I'd rather have
And the
that.
person who was sending him, and fun fact, the person that was sending him updates provided the voice for Peach.
Huh.
Wow.
Mario 64. Yep.
Small world.
Well, she didn't offer him any cake.
It's not. He took the $5,000 instead of
All right. Let's see. We have Sports Scene as well. NBA Jam made its way. Tournament Edition made its way to the Game Boy. Let's see what some of the combos here. We have like
Who would do this to themselves?
Danny Manning and Kevin Johnson on the Suns. Let's see. Any other? Elijah One and Drexler. That's pretty. Robinson and Rodman for the Spurs. Yeah, we got some like iconic pair-ups here.
We got Ewing and Oakley.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing, owner of what was the restaurant in Big Mouth? Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, Pat Ewing's. I forgot the name, but it was like the doors were like his legs.
All right, yeah. Let's see. That's about it.
Then we got Ewing, Hardaway and Sprewell.
They stuck you with B.J. Armstrong and Scottie Pippen instead of Jordan and Pippen. That's great.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean Kemp and Detlef Schrempf. That's a pretty good matchup. I bet he impregnated Schrempf.
Man, even Nintendo is throwing this down. I said, if you're looking for a close translation of the original Super NES hit, this version falls short. And they don't have a two-player mode. And they say, in this respect, Acclaim throws an air ball.
Harsh. Reggie Miller and Rick Smits. White Lightning. There we go. All right. I have
They got PGA Tour from Black Pearl Software.
yeah, which is we covered that a little bit. So yeah.
Madden Blitz 96, which we kind of covered already, and they're now playing.
And here's that Foreman game. It actually looks decent, like the way they've shaded it. There's like some good dick contours on your opponent. Look at that.
Yeah, for a Game Boy game, this is pretty darn good.
What's going on?
Hold on, I got the door. Hold on. Hello?
What?
Oh, Mr. Tyson, come on in. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, Mr. Tyson. Every time we talk about like boxing games, you seem to show up. Do you just?
What?
Are you listening to Are you listening to Ben's internet connection or something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got like a webcam.
Totally.
You got a webcam hidden like in his roof. Because just don't block my webcam, all right? Because I need to keep an eye on them.
So I heard you guys are talking about cod pieces in shorts.
Yeah. Did you wear like a cup when you were boxing?
I was just pissed that in my game they didn't have a big cod piece for me because my dick's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say. Yeah, this George Foreman guy, he's got a tiny piece.
Yeah, but he does sell a lot of grills to people. I mean, do you have any kitchen appliances?
Fuck those grills, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck those grills.
What's wrong with the grill? I mean,
Well, I'm sure John tried, but he probably burned
all
himself.
the juiciness.
yeah. When I put my dick in it, it burns my dick. It's not good.
Yeah, don't do that, man. That's stupid.
It's like dumber than a face tattoo, right?
Hey, listen now. I know where you live. I know you live, mister. I'm going to come down there and eat your children. All right, guys. It's been fun. I'll see you later.
Wait.
Bye-bye
Mr.
now.
Tyson, did you play George Foreman's boxing game?
He's gone.
Aw, damn it.
I don't think he's played it.
Oh, all right.
I think he just heard the word boxing and
Yeah,
just
maybe it is, yeah.
jumped the fence.
Going off to chow down on that cod piece inside his shorts.
All right, and there's NHL hockey coverage from Malibu Games, not EA. Well, I guess it's got the EA stamp on it, so maybe Malibu made it for EA. I don't know what's going on.
Hey,
EA published
where
it.
do you think Tyson's favorite place to eat is?
The Ear Shack?
Lake Erie.
Doesn't make any
all
fucking
right.
sense. God damn it.
Erie.
I get it, but why would you eat at a lake?
Why do they name towns after lakes? Why?
Why are there
Tell
kids
me.
on my lawn? Get off my damn lawn. All right.
Why is Anton Lee surrounded by a miasma of pizza and horror?
It looks like a microscope scan of Ebola or something.
Oh, God. Why is everything so
I don't know
goddamn
what is going
orange?
on.
What the hell was that dictionary that came with the computers when you bought them in the 90s?
The dictionary.
No, it was like some World Dictionary or some World Encyclopedia thing.
Encyclopedia
Carta?
Britannica?
No, it came with the computers.
Encarta?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so he's got the Encarta slideshow for Ebola surrounding him.
Hey, that was a long journey
Wow.
to get nowhere. All right.
Wow, what a reference! That was so worth it.
I love the fact.
that
I love the
reference.
fact that they have his. They can't get enough pictures of this guy. Instead of just talking about the game, they're talking about. They show him, and he's making the same face in all three pictures, just from slightly different angles.
Well, he's playing a game here. They catch him at the arcade.
Yeah, he's playing with Eli Manning there. I mean, look at that. It's,
I totally thought that was Eli Manning too.
I thought it was Quentin Tarantino's handsomer brother.
all right. He gives us some more tips on the second page.
Oh my god, the second page, it looks like he's just watered down.
Yeah, they used some kind of filter on that to
Oh
that
my
effect.
More
All right,
facial.
and
God, it's
apparently-
terrible. It's like he pissed off Tyson.
Tom Green worked at Nintendo Power and under the pen name Travis Van Martyr.
This is the Tom Green Show.
It's not
It is
the-
my favorite show.
It's not the Green Tom show.
So
My
All
bum
right.
is on the. My bum is on this. My bum is on the controller. My bum's on the controller.
All right, so Travis Tom Green is giving us tips on Earthbound, how to teleport to Dalam, how to defeat Thunder and Storm, as well as a good area to build levels. And then we have one of the early Suicide Girls, Sandrine McFadden, giving us tips on Animaniacs.
And they distorted everything around her, but then they tacked on a picture of Wario.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like she has a lazy eye. I don't know. Not sure.
Kind of looks like
I will tell you, I just looked her up on LinkedIn, and my goodness, she is the lead performance engineer at Costco. There you go.
who knew Winona Ryder went so far.
Can we talk about why there's a Wario creeping on her?
I
in her
think
cube?
they added it as post art. I don't think because
They had to. I can't imagine them cropping around the distortion.
Yeah. So
I mean, this thing is shaded so badly you can't tell where her frizzy hair ends
And
and the
eyeball
background begins.
all right, and let's see. They have someone sending in a photo for a Gameboy for the Power Players Arena. There we go. That's the word. It looks like a Bigfoot photo.
I love it. It says, "Does the world look like this when you get up in the morning?"
Remember to focus your camera. Jesus. Nintendo gets so snarky in these.
They do.
Do you think Perez Hilton worked for Nintendo Power?
Alright, let's see. Pack Watch. What do we have coming our way? Mortal Kombat.
Mortal
3.
Kombat 3. And then what else do they have here? Earthworm Jim 2 is coming soon. Then EA Sports has another round. NBA Lives 96, Madden 96, FIFA 96.
Oh my God!
They talk about some of the differences here.
Look at page 102. It looks like Goro and Gozer had a love child.
Yeah. I'm oddly
WWF,
aroused.
the arcade game. I think that's a character from Mortal Kombat 3. From what I remember.
Wow.
Yeah, they're using background art from all the Mortal Kombat characters for this whole section.
And then they have more Virtual Boy games coming out, including Jack Bros. One of the ones I have played, MechWarrior 3050 for Super NES.
Dude,
Jack Bros is when the Bang Bros try to pick up a girl, but she won't go in the van, so they just have to end up jerking off
Do you
instead.
see the screenshot when they have Doink grabbing Razor Ramon's hand and like electrifying his whole body with a buzzer?
And he's giving him like the Joker greeting.
That's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing. Those graphics aren't bad, actually.
No, that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure I played this game. It was fun. I don't think I ever played as Doink though, because I'm not a fucking rapey clown. But alright. MechWarrior slash Paperboy 3050.
They have Wildcats for Super NES, based on the comic book series. FIFA 96, International Superstar Soccer 2, Emmett Smith Football.
Oh God.
Let's see here. You probably know this game by the arcade title Run and Gun, the heir apparent to NBA Jam title of awesome arcade basketball games, now renamed NBA Give and Go.
I don't know
the
why
Super NES version recreates the action from the arcades.
I don't know why like so many players had their like own versions of games. Like you don't see that anymore. Like Frank Thomas's baseball. Like, I mean, nothing's wrong with Frank
Bill
Thomas.
Lambier's basketball.
Yeah, what was it? It was like robot basketball.
Combat.
Though.
No, it was like combat basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what the fuck?
Theo Fleury's molester dodge.
I think it was just in the time before like you were locked into a contract where like your license was owned by the NFL, the team, and
But
they got
they
to
were
negotiate
though.
on
I
your
don't
behalf.
understand. I guess these guys were able to license their own stuff on the side though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably not associated with the teams or anything.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Clint Malarchuk's self-surgery game.
Jesus. Your references are so sick, bro.
Well, for those of you who aren't familiar, Clint Malarchuk is the guy that got his throat slashed by an errant skate during the hockey
is that
game.
that goalie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrifying. I don't know his name because I'm not autistic, but
We've hit the twilight zone here. Mike is schooling John
Actually,
on sports.
I heard him on
Spectrum.
I heard him on the Mental Illness Happy Hour podcast. He told a story about like his depression afterwards, and
my autism power is tingling.
His Spectrum senses are tingling.
Yeah.
Vehicle
right.
Chronicles, Doom Troopers. Let's see here. And then Spawn for Acclaim, so I'm sure that'll be great. And then we have Dirt Tracks FX.
Derp Tracks.
Yeah.
Derp tracks.
I thought we already covered it.
Yeah, we've had that before.
Okay. And yeah, that's about it. And then coming next issue, they're all over Mortal Kombat 3 for your Super NES. They have a whole bunch of sports lineups for Electronic Arts.
Is Shank's son killing Kermit the Frog?
Yes.
Yes. I believe that's a finisher move called Ain't Easy Being Green.
It's called the Rainbow Connection.
Cram
There you go.
it the frog.
More Secret Evermore coverage. Killer Instinct for Game Boy, which I'm sure is wonderful. Then for Super NES, we have Spider-Man and Venom, Separation and Anxiety. And for Virtual Boy, Virtual League Baseball.
I think we should all play Secret of Evermore because I think we'll get different opinions on it.
Yeah, I'm sure that will happen right in the holiday time. We have all this spare time. All right. Well, give it a try.
All right.
What do they have here? An ad for system repair for authorized. All right. Yep.
And then a weird ad for Virtual Boy where it looks like it's flushing down the toilet.
Yeah, which is what happens really quickly with this system. It doesn't make it 11 months before they discontinue the sales.
Wow.
Wow.
Even the ads are
Yeah.
predicting its demise.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. You know where to find our stuff, playingwithpowerpodcast.com. And Mike also hosts another podcast. You can check it out. Just
The Graveyard Shift. And Ivan was on the Zombieland episode. So if you want to hear more of Ivan's chipper banter.
What'd you think of Zombieland? Is that really a horror movie? It's more like comedy than
It's a comedy.
No, it's only barely a horror movie, but
Yeah.
It has horror elements.
Yeah, I think you guys were stretching the definition.
well, put that one on me. It was one of the ones I put forth.
No, I put it all on Mike. He agreed to it.
I've challenged
fault.
Mike to Mean Girls on it, so
Yeah, well, unless like there's like a vampire hickey or something during some like makeout session going wrong, I don't think I'll be watching that. I may watch the movie for myself, but not on that show. Not unless you like are like a Patreon donor or something.
I'll Patreon my fist into your face.
I think you should do that trade you talked about, Mean Girls for Hollow's End.
Yeah, I might do that.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Have a good one, everybody. I'm Ben.
I'm Mike.
And I'm sorry.
And I'm not.
And now you're playing with Power.
Happy New Year, everybody!
Yeah, right? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Never talk to
Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing